So now in this Mahabharata Tatparyanirnaya, chapter number 1, it basically talks about Sarva Shastrartha Nirnaya, meaning the cosmic world, the creation of the universe. Like any Puranam also, even this text also starts with the universe, how it was created, what are the Shastras that are there, what are the different philosophies that exist, and basically it talks about the greatness or the glory of Bhagavan Vishnu, Bhagavan Hari. So that is the gist of the Prathamodhyaya. Finally, it also talks about Moksha Margam, the ultimate path that is there. So all this description is told in chapter number 1. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Madhvacharya in shloka number 1 itself, like in all our scriptures, in all our texts, if you see, let it be a Sanskrit drama like say Raghuvamsham also by Kalidasa or any other text, usually we always have a Mangala Charanam or the Dhyana Shlokas, right? Say for example, you take the Vishnu Sahasranama, you take the Gita or any text, a religious text or a drama like I told you Raghuvamsham, everything has got a Mangala Charanam. Mangala Charanam wherein we bow down to the Lord. Like for example, in Raghuvamsham by Kalidasa, the Dhyana Shloka or the Mangala Charanam that is there is a prayer to Lord Shiva. So in most of the texts of Kalidasa, he praises Lord Shiva. Vagarta viva sampriktao vagarta pratipattaye jagadappitarau vande parvati parameshwarao. So like this, there are a lot of shlokas glorifying Bhagavan Shiva. So that's when the researchers who are there, they come to a conclusion saying that maybe the Ishta Devata of Kalidasa was Shiva, because usually he used to pray to Lord Shiva before beginning any text. Similarly, here also Madhvacharya, he prays. The first shloka that is there is for Vishnu. Or the other text, like I told you, the Vishnu Sahasranama, it has got Dhyana Shlokas, Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham, and so on. Or the Gita, if you take, Parthaya Pratiboditam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam, and so on, right? So, usually it is our parampara, our tradition that is there, to begin anything with the Dhyana Shlokas, right? So, in here also, in chapter 1, Shloka 1, Madhvacharya prays to Lord Vishnu saying that, I bow down to Narayana, who is responsible for creation, maintenance, destruction. Now, though we know that Brahma is given the responsibility of creation, Vishnu is for maintenance, and Shiva is for Layaha, that is destruction, still it is believed that Narayana is the ultimate, and that's how the creation that is there. Usually from texts like say Vishnu Puranam, Bhagavatam also, that mainly glorify Vishnu, we will always have Vishnu as the supreme, right? And then maybe Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva are there to subordinate, are they subordinators, or they are there to help along with Vishnu. Now if you take up Puranas like say Shiva Puranam, Linga Puranam also, that mainly glorify Shiva, it will consider Shiva as the ultimate, Vishnu and Brahma along with him. Few Puranas like say Brahma Puranam also, which glorify Brahma, we have Vishnu and Shiva as the coordinates. So it is not like there is a discrimination also, but if a particular text is glorifying one Lord, usually that doesn't mean we put two others down, but if we have to show something supreme at the top, we need to make this comparison. Like I'll give you a very simple example. Whenever there is a particular festival that we celebrate, say for example Ram Navami, which just went about recently, sorry, we mainly pray or we mainly worship Rama, right? That doesn't mean that we are not worshipping other gods. On that particular day, maybe during that particular festival, Rama is to be celebrated majorly. So similarly, in these texts also, like in this text of Mahabharata Tatparyanirnaya, Madhvacharya, he is glorifying Bhagavan Vishnu mainly. That's the reason in many places we find that Vishnu is considered to be the supreme. So coming back, in shloka number 1, Madhvacharya says that I bow down to the world, that is Narayana, who has created, maintained and destroyed this universe, who is giving us knowledge, who is the reason of providing happiness to all the gods, suras, and dukkham, sorrow to the asuras who are causing trouble to the world. He is the one who is present everywhere, omnipresent. Bhagavan is very unique, very special also. I bow down to that Narayana who has got all these qualities. Further, he continues that Lord Narayana, he is someone who cannot be thought upon at all. Someone who is very great, no comparison can be made. He is greater than Goddess Mahalakshmi, Goddess Brahma. Like this, Madhvacharya makes a comparison. Now here we must not take it the other way around. It is not to show that one Lord is over the others. What Madhvacharya says that he is the one who has got the entire knowledge of the world and the entire universe in his stomach. That's how we believe that during Pralaya Kalam, when Bhagavan goes in his Yoga Nidra position, he consumes the entire world inside his stomach. And after the Pralaya Kalam is the end of the world, Bhagavan again puts the universe back. That is what is believed. He is the one who rests between the shoulders of Goddess Mahalakshmi, and he is the one who is self-satisfied. That is, though we all do different things to worship the Lord, he is not waiting for us, right? Okay, today you offer me Naivedyam, only then I will have food. Bhagavan does not wait that way. He is the one who is self-satisfied. So these are all the qualities of Narayana. Further, Madhvacharya continues in Shloka 3 saying that though the Lord has got the entire universe, we believe that that is there inside his stomach, though he is complete, he is ever present also, still, though everything is there at the top, there is no need for Bhagavan to do anything else, still during the time of creation there was a need to create other beings, because when the world comes to an end during Pralaya Kalam, at that time there is something called Para. Para, that is, the world has come to an end also. It actually is not come to an end. Bhagavan just consumes the entire world inside his stomach. That is what is said. And for the upliftment of people like you and me who are seeking the refuge of Bhagavan, Bhagavan ensures that we are being created again. And further, he also takes various avatars, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Just as Krishna himself highlights in the Gita that for safeguarding dharma also, I will sambhavami yuge yuge, in every yugam also I will take an avataram. Further, he is the one who blesses people, blesses devotees, and he also takes care of the other gods who are there like Brahma, Kali and other souls. Further, he also takes care of human beings like you and me. He also takes care of creatures, animals, birds. So basically, this is the form of the Lord. Moreover, there are a lot of, in Shloka number 5 also, concept of Chetana comes in. Now what is Chetana? Chetana is nothing but Chetas is our mind, right? So now in our mind, if you see, now usually we would have heard such sayings, right? What we think or everything, the reason for everything is this mind or our thought process and so on, right? Like a very popular thing that is told. You keep a glass of water, you fill it half. Some people say it is half full, some people say it's half empty. So it is just the way we look at things, right? So similarly, in our mind also, there is dukkham, sukham that comes in. So it is just the way that we react to things. So Bhagavan says that these thoughts that come to your mind, they are also a form of me. That's the reason if you are always positive, if you are always good, or so if you are always happy, definitely you will have positivity that comes in. So moreover, this quality that I am blessing my devotees, it will also allow Mahalakshmi's presence. That's the reason why though this seems to be a bit philosophical also, as told by Madhvacharya, what Bhagavan actually means is, whenever we have a positive attitude, or you say, we would have heard, right? We must always clean our houses well. There should be a lot of positivity around. That only then the doors are open for Goddess Mahalakshmi. Goddess Mahalakshmi comes and visits our houses. That's the reason during the Deepavali time we do, you can say, deep cleaning, this, that. Why do we do such things? This is the reason to welcome Goddess Mahalakshmi. Only where there is positivity, that's where Goddess Mahalakshmi comes there. Further, in Shloka 6, Bhagavan takes the form of Vasudeva, that is Krishna Avataram, in order to bless people with moksha. And at the same time, goddess Mahalakshmi also takes an avataram. Now, if Bhagavan has to take an avataram, the goddess has to follow. Now, for this, there are certain exceptions. Now, in all the avatars, let it be Matsya Avataram, Kurma Avataram, also wherever we have the presence of goddess Mahalakshmi, she is always present in the Vakshasthala, in the chest part of the Lord. Now, there was a small exception to this, it seems. Like in Rama Avataram, we know Sita Devi followed, Krishna Avataram, Rukmani Devi followed. Like this, in every avataram, she was there. But during the Vamana Avataram, it was a problem, it seems. The people usually tell this on a lighter note also. Now, in the Vamana Avataram, Bhagavan is there in the form of a Vatu, right? And the form of a Brahmachari. So, he cannot have the presence of goddess Mahalakshmi. He is there in the form of a small boy. But still, goddess Mahalakshmi never leaves the Vakshasthalam of Narayana. So that's when it is said that whenever Vamana used to go for Bhiksha Vandana, he was a brahmachari, right? He used to move from one place to another, or he had gone to Bali Chakravarti's kingdom for taking Bhiksha. It seems that goddess Mahalakshmi used to pop out from his Vakshasthalam, it seems, and Bhagavan used to keep telling goddess Mahalakshmi, you please go inside, don't come out and show people. You please be there inside my Angavastram only, inside my upper garment, because in this avataram of mine as Vamana, I have not come along. I am a brahmachari, so I have not come along with my consort, so therefore you cannot come out. That's when, on a lighter note, goddess Mahalakshmi tells that, let it be any avataram also, you are always incomplete without me, you cannot stop me from popping out. So these are small things that are told. So here also, what Madhvacharya highlights is, when Bhagavan took a form of Vasudeva to bless people in this world, that's when goddess Mahalakshmi also takes her form all around, and that form is known as Maya. And though Krishna Avataram, Rukmani Devi follows, it is said that whatever we see around today, that's how yesterday also in the first session I told you, right? There is something called a philosophy called Dvaitaha, right? Which mainly Madhvacharya is popular for propounding. Dvaita is nothing but two, duality. There is one Paramatma who is Vasudeva, Narayana, and Jivatma who is nothing but Radharani, Rukmani Devi, and so on. So there are two, right? Whatever we see around in the world, they are all forms of divinity, forms of Bhagavan only, or Maya as we call. So that is nothing but a form of the Lord only. Whereas Shankaracharya in his Advaitaha, though he also calls whatever we see around as Maya, he thinks all of that to be an illusion, saying that we have to cross over this Maya to reach the ultimate. Madhvacharya also tells the same thing. We have to reach the ultimate, but it's not that he does not call this as illusion. He says these are all also forms of divinity only. Further, the various avatars of the Lord are described. Shloka 7, Bhagavan takes the form of Sankarshana, that form which was responsible for the destruction of the universe. Under the orders of Bhagavan, during this avataram of Sankarshana, Devi took the form of Jaya. Later, Bhagavan took the form of Pradyumna, which was responsible for the creation of the universe. Devi took the form of Kriti. Further, Shloka number 8, Bhagavan took the form of Aniruddha for the maintenance, for the sustenance of the universe. That's when Devi took the form of Shanti. Like this, various avatars, various forms of the Lord were taken. After Sahasra Varsham, after 1,000 years or so, Bhagavan in the form of Pradyumna handed over all of this to his own form Aniruddha. Now we know the son in Krishna Avataram stories, Krishna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, we have the stories, right? The son of Krishna, the grandson of Krishna, they are none but forms of Bhagavan only. Further, Aniruddha, it seems that he had kept all the jivas inside his stomach, Brahma, Vayu, Shesha, Garuda, Rudra, and so on. And slowly and steadily he brought each one of them outside in their physical form, it seems. That's how the process of creation started. Now, thus, this Bhagavan who is there in Shloka number 10, he took various forms. He took 10 forms, initially 10 forms, 12 forms, 100 forms, 1,000 forms, innumerable forms. That's how we have the Virat Swarupam, right, that we see, which is described in chapter number 11 of the Gita. That is, Bhagavan is the one and the same in all the forms, still he appears in multiple forms, right? So, the Lord is only one, But we describe, like for example, there is only one supreme, right? One divine energy that we call God, Guru, whoever you consider. Forms are different. Ganesha, goddess, Rama, Sita, Lakshmana, and so on, right? Further, in Shloka now, the 5 forms of Narayana, 12 forms of Narayana, we know the 12 namas, right? Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Krishna, all that, those forms. 10 forms that we usually consider Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, the Dashamahavatas. 100 forms of the Lord are told in the Narayana Shatanama Stotra. There is one stotra called the 100 names of Narayana. 1000 forms, the Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishwaha, Vishnuho, Vashatkaraha. Multiple forms, innumerable forms are there. Innumerable forms like Ajaha. Ajaha meaning one who is free from Janma. Ja. So like this there are different forms of the Lord that are told. Finally, Shloka number 11, Madhvacharya says that Bhagavan is the one who has got no flaws, no defects in his body at all. He is all happiness that is there, all his organs. That's why we have references in the Vedic Suktas, like, right, Purusha Suktam also. Sahasra Shersha, Purushaha, Sahasrakshas, Sahasrapat, 1000 hands, 1000 feet, and so on. So there is pure bliss, pure happiness in all the forms of the Lord. He is the one who is without differences also. That is, we cannot say, okay, this is Bhagavan, but without, maybe there is some difference here, that is also the Lord. We cannot say that. There can be some difference in the physical form of the Lord that we see. Maybe in Rama Avataram he is with a bow also. Krishna Avataram the form is different. Matsya Avataram the form is different. But the Lord, he is the one who remains the same. Shloka number 12. Bhagavan is the one who does not have a beginning or end. He's got no growth, or he does not decay after time. Like people like you and me. We are born, we grow in the initial years. Finally towards the end of our life, our body, once Jiva goes away, we are decaying, right? We have to just go away. It does not happen with Bhagavan. There is no one who is equal to the Lord, nor will anyone be equal to the Lord. There is only one Lord, right? We cannot say, okay, after 100 years or so, there is going to be some other God who is going to come in, who is going to be greater than Narayana, who is going to be greater than Shiva. Such things are not going to happen. And since there is no one who is going to be equal to the Lord, no one can be greater than him also. Bhagavan is the one, Narayana is the one supreme, Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma, these are all forms who are all supreme, that is being told by Madhvacharya. Further, so till Shloka 12, this is how the description is there. Shloka number 13 onwards and 14 also, we see the different forms of Narayana as told by Madhvacharya, Lord Hari, Mahalakshmi, and so on. So this is all described in the further shlokas.